Part 24, got the episode number right in our AI video editing production series. I'm just going to take a checkpoint and show you where things are at in this video. So I'm not going to code anything. I'm just going to show you what I've achieved so far in terms of this. So if you're new and you want a quick overview of what this whole series is about, this is going to show you what I've built, and then you can go back and watch the episodes and see how I've done this. A lot of this at this point, a lot of these episodes build on the work before, but you've got it all there. You can go back and see how this is built. So this is one of the episodes from the series 17. One of the last few videos, I built the technology where I can just drag the raw video file I record out of OBS Studio into a folder, and then this app picks that up and runs this whole pipeline. So what does this do? Pre-flight check just checks everything's okay and this is all going to be good to run. Process footage effectively just splits the video. So these OBS videos I'm recording are actually webcam on the left, screen recording on the right, and it splits that. Also extracts the audio. Then it detects silence in the audio. Then it recomposes the video. So that goes and chops all the silence it detects out of the video. Chops it out of the audio as well. So now we have a recomposed video file and a recomposed audio file. Then it generates a transcript with Whisper, OpenAI's technology. So we have all the words and timings of the words from that. Builds a manifest for what the rest of the pipeline then needs to do. Runs analyze narrative, which is this tab. I'll show you that in a second. Generate content, generates all this social media content. Both of those work off the transcript. Detects good candidates, good segments in the videos for shorts. So this is really designed to work on recordings like this that are going to be over about 10 minutes in length, but I'm sure it could detect a short from something slightly shorter. Generates overlays. So based on the transcript, it's able to detect chapters in the video, points where there's facts, things I'm saying of interest, and you'll see these overlays fly in. I'll show you that in a second. And then finally, it renders the video. So it renders the final output, renders shorts, and then captions the shorts. And then finally, it renders a thumbnail for the video. Part of the reason it does the split screen is because the way it renders the shorts is different from the way it renders the main video. Easier to show that than explain it. Before we get to the actual videos, let's show you some of the content. So it's giving me 3 options for titles of the videos, including a justification of why it sort of ranked each of these titles, 1, 2, 3. Description I can copy, paste straight into YouTube, including the chapter markers, which will introduce those chapter markers in YouTube automatically. That's just summarizing that again. Summary we don't really need, and then tags if I want them. They'll be useful for certainly Reels, maybe TikTok as well once we get to there. Social builds me a Twitter thread, builds me a LinkedIn post. In fact, 3 LinkedIn posts, so I could go click, publish those with the shorts or with the main video. Here's the shorts. So the way this works is that narrative analysis kind of scores. It tries to find discrete chunks of the transcript that will make sense as a standalone short. And it rates those, so you can see like confidence 0.95, and then it gets to sort of lower confidence ones. So not all of these I will publish to shorts platforms. And then some of the captioning, you can see one of the things I just tweaked last night is it kind of puts a title in the middle and then it has the captions on what I'm saying. Notice as well the layout of the video. It's got my webcam on the bottom. It's got my screen recording up the top. We look at the main video, which is this, you can see the screen recording is most of the video, like this one you're watching, and my webcam is down. Sorry, camera's inverted, bottom left. So layout's completely lit. completely different. Notice as well these overlays, so you can see the title coming in here up the top, fades out. There's also these insights like this one that will fly in. There's just a little bug with this. I changed the font because I coded on this last night on my PC, and I changed the font, and I hadn't installed the font on the Mac here when I rendered the video, hence why it's still in a crappy font, but that's an easy fix. I can just regenerate. So we've got all this stuff going on, all these dynamic overlays, all generated by AI. It's composed the video correctly, it's edited it, it's chopped silence out, it's sweetened the audio, it's done audio processing. It does color grading on my webcam feed, but I think I've broken that, so I need to go back and fix that. And then these shorts, these are pretty good. I'll mute it and play it. But you can see it puts that kind of yellow hook front of the screen, and then it goes to my transcript. Had a few timing issues with the transcript. All that's fixed. All that's working. So that's what it does with the shorts. This video is part 2 of a couple of videos about building the UI for this UI you're looking at. Here's the thumbnail. The thumbnail needs work. I mean, it's cool, but like as a YouTube thumbnail, this is way too detailed. The concepts need to be simpler and easier to read on a small thumbnail. That's just a prompt. I'll do some tweaking on that. And then finally, the narrative analysis. So the idea with this when I first spec'd it was this may inform parts of the video that it would automatically cut. As it is, I'm not going to use this. I think there will be problems with doing that. I may come back and try it at a later date, but it's very interesting to have AI even do some feedback on the quality of the video. So you can see it's sort of going, okay, this is your intro. Here I'm giving context. Here it's saying I'm giving a strong demo, main point, etc. But then it gets to stuff like this, tangent. Vague hedge that undercuts the value proposition of the video. So stuff like that, and it's got the timestamp. So in theory, I could just go, yeah, cut the tangents, cut anything it comes out. It recommends as things that may be worth cutting. You can see those there, the recommended cuts. The problem with doing this is, although it may be right, I think it would leave the edited video not making sense. So my judgment of this so far is these cuts would take away sort of some kind of connective tissue in the narrative, where if I just let it cut these chunks out without reviewing what they are, it really would make the videos harder to read. Certainly looking at the quality of some of the shorts, which is the same kind of process in terms of the segments of the shorts it takes. Not all of those make sense, hence why I have this UI where I'll go, delete that one, delete that one, delete that one, publish this one, publish this one. But it's very cool to have this. It's kind of an early gauge of feedback. It seems to be scoring most of my stuff in the kind of 7.5 out of 10 range. So if I see that number kind of go up or come down, that'll be interesting to view. Interesting to understand why. But ultimately, this is irrelevant. What AI is judging off of a audio transcript is nothing compared to how these videos perform on YouTube with watch time. And that's obviously the bigger goal to, focus on. Gives me commentary on pacing notes. It's got those suggested reordering. So this is what narrative analysis is about. All of this is based on me hitting record in YouTube, hitting record in OBS Studio, talking about whatever I'm going to talk about, demo whatever I'm going to demo about, hit stop and drop the video in this process. All of this is done automatically. So I'm pretty happy with this, especially the shorts. These have ended up way better than I thought they would. The overlays are really cool. The overlays give me a framework to build on. I will probably do some of the other overlay ideas we touched on in the last video. So yeah, this is where this is at. I've been making small tweaks and things to this, as I will continue to do, but it's operational. I've already uploaded 3 videos from the series that are now being processed with this. So everything you're watching has been processed through this. everything I publish going forward will be processed going through this as well. So that's where we are. So next part, I'm gonna have a go at motion detection. So these shorts where it's got the screen capture up top, what I want to try and do is get it to zoom and pan around the areas of the screen that are moving. So that's going to be the next video. I'm the least confident that's going to work out of everything I've tried so far, but I've been not confident about some of the parts of this series, and everything's worked. So yeah, if you want to see that, that'll be the next video. Otherwise, thanks for watching.